93.9 The Ville.
This is Marcus Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. There are visitors left. There's visitors right. We lost our co-host, Steve Rummage. Somewhere in the ruckus. He should be joining us shortly, but until then, I'll keep moving along with my show. Cody, thanks for hanging on through the break on Midday with Marcus Maven. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man? You're doing a great job as always. I'm gonna just say this, man. I want Duke again. I want him again, man. We seriously exposed them the first 30 minutes of that game. Granted, we got pretty exposed the last 10 minutes, but I think that in terms of defending them, we found the best way to do it.
Wait a minute, right now. Brian Hall, do you believe Cody? He says he wants Duke again. Do you believe him, yes or no?
No.
Okay, keep rolling, Cody.
Come on, man. Like, you wouldn't want another chance of them for revenge. I mean, look, like, we defended them well. I mean, they're not a good three-point shooting team. We gave them just enough space to at least contest it a little bit, but, like, they couldn't do anything to us. We shrouded Zion. Zion was frustrated in the first half. Really, like, the game was lost. It wasn't because of their talent. We just shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, it was just so obvious. Like, everything that, like, we just completely fell apart the last 10 minutes of the game, and it was strictly on us. I mean, yeah, Duke hit a few threes when they set up their offense half court, but that didn't lose us the game. They have, like, I don't know how many fast break points, but it was all unforced. Most of it was unforced turnovers that we did. So, no, I would like another shot at them. I mean, shoot, we got nothing to lose. I'm going to say this, Marcus. When you bring up LeBron, do not bring up Shannon Sharp. Either Shannon Sharp or Nick Wright. You will automatically lose that argument, man. Those dudes, LeBron can do no wrong. And I'm going to say this, man. This summer, LeBron ain't going to get those free agents, bro.
Cody. I appreciate the call. Cody, if you've been listening to the show, you heard I just lost 40% of the listeners in the LeBron hate conversation. Shannon Sharp turned into a LeBron supporter to counteract you and Ronnie. Do you know how many text messages I just received about Ronnie? Ronnie got issues. Why are y'all letting Ronnie talk? Look at the text I get. Last night, LeBron had 26, 16 boards, and 11 rebounds. Do you realize Russell Westbrook won the MVP because he was getting those kind of numbers?
Yeah.
And you're using those stats to say LeBron ain't got it no more? And LeBron's going to face injuries, and his whole career was because he was – stop it. Let me move along.
Well, what we like to call Ronnie is a troll that knows that he gets under Steve's skin, so he calls in just to do it. But I remember he called before, but I could be wrong, but I didn't remember it being a Ronnie. Is he changing his name?
It could be, man. You know, we did get the question multiple times, was he just the saboteur of the station? I don't believe so. I think he's involved. He just doesn't like LeBron. Sean, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Welcome back, Steve. What's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Marcus. Love the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, so I got a question. I put this on Twitter to Luke, and never got a response, and so I wanted to call in. These pump fakes that like McMahon do, and all these guys do, and they got the guys way in the air, and then they dribble around them, and most of the time miss a shot. Why not lean into them and get the foul? You get the foul, you get the free throws. What is the thinking with that? Because back in my day,
Sean, you knew
quite a long time ago.
Sean, you knew I was going to ask you, have you ever used the term young punk? Don't tell me your age, but when you see people, do you think in your brain, young punk?
I do not think young punk. I think I think why not get the foul and get free throws?
Look,
that two things right there, and it's like, is it just because they're taught differently, or is it because they just want to try to score, the electrifying way and the good way? I don't know. I want the fouls, I want the foul trouble, and I want the free throws.
Sean, listen, I appreciate the call, and if you are a consistent listener or new listener, you'll hear me say this: the pump fake is like the lost art of all lost arts. If you're going to shoot three-pointers at this level, people are going to be running out at you if you're any good. You're wasting 8 points a game by not pump faking and leaning into people. And when you do that, the collision is so – listen, they tried to establish new rules to prevent you from leaning into people. That new rule lasted about 3 games. Of a collision on a three-pointer, you're going to the free throw line. Why do you think James Harden is so effective? James Harden is second behind Wilt freaking Chamberlain in 30-point games in a row, because when he steps back and pump fakes you, you're dead in the water. Outside of that, you have to stay on your feet. Watch him shoot.
Another one.
It was so good. There's like 3 left. They were so good. And this time I got chocolate. And it was really, really good.
The red one's the red.
Oh, the red
Chocolate
was
was
the best.
good. Yeah, thanks for rubbing in the red.
The red one is like a party in your mouth.
Y'all didn't deserve the red one. The lemon is awesome too.
I had a lemon.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lemon?
I had a lemon. Was there another kind?
I think
one
there was vanilla.
Ah,
I think you
lemon.
had vanilla.
Lemon. No, I had lemon. It was good. No, it was,
Maybe
I had
the
the
icing
lemon.
was.
no, it was definitely lemon, dude.
Oh,
I know
it was
lemon.
awesome.
You can't tell me, just taste
Yeah.
it while we have the opportunity. I around this time, right? People, send a lot of Happy Valentine's Day messages. It may not be the Valentines like you're supposed to be getting, and you might during the break. Tick Rogers sends me a message. Let me say this on air. I believe I caught it. Tick Rogers, that kissy face in about, listening to Ronnie. Tick was a fan of Ronnie's rant. And I just wanted to send him a little quick, got your message. Just so happened in the recents, the kissy face is right near the laughing emoji. So if they cross paths, let's not make this awkward. Then I went to the bathroom, Steve, and my goodness, I just put my new screen on less than 5 hours ago. And you ever drop your phone and you're like, yeah, that was it.
Yep.
You just know that sound. Like sometimes you drop and it hits the back and it goes, you're like, okay, awesome. I got the back thing on it. I got the privacy screen on the front. Boy, that fall, I just put my phone right in my pocket and was like, I'm not even gonna look at it, because that one, I heard a different kind of ouch. So that was my own other phone confession. I don't remember the third, but I guess it doesn't matter. Steve, when we went into the break, you said you were gonna let people be lazy in this next break. You said you were gonna have some scenarios to make people be able to, well, paraphrasing, at this point moving forward, you're doing the math for everybody.
I am.
These are the things that you're going to be watching for. People, sit back and let Uncle Steve tell you what's ahead of us.
Yeah, let's do that, because right now I know how you feel. I know after the game how I felt. And the loss was troubling because, and I said this on the postgame show, one of the few things I could say was it is, as far as where we're at, I don't think it hurt us too bad, but you worry internally. That's the issue.
Psychologically.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Now let me bring some proof to that statement. To now that we're getting around, coming up on 48 hours, I think we can all say, and we're coming up on the next game.
This is also important because people who say you were playing over your head need to always be reminded of the position you're in. You're not in this position tied for fourth in the ACC through playing over your head.
Right.
You're tied for fourth in the ACC through execution and being a good team and a well-coached team and a talented team.
Yeah.
So that wasn't playing over your head, or you wouldn't be fourth in the conference.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day. You kidding me?
Yeah, no. I mean, absolutely. And if you're saying that you're playing over your head, you can't use Steve Enoch hit a three as the reason why.
Wait a minute. Somebody said that?
Yeah. Steve.
Somebody said you're playing over your head because Steve Enoch hit a three?
Yeah. Steve hits threes. That's what he does.
What, Steve? Like, what's his percentage?
I think he's like 8 of 14 in conference play or something. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, right now in conference, you have Duke sitting at 10-1. Virginia and North Carolina tied for second, 9-2.
9-2.
Now here's your competitors for that double bye, which would probably be the fourth spot. I'll say that.
Right.
Probably but Carolina's a team, still got to play Duke twice. Still got to play a few tough games.
Carolina, who's in the 3 spot, has to play Virginia twice or Duke twice.
Duke twice. But the problem is, I'm going to go on the basis that you lose to Virginia twice.
That's fair.
And I'm not saying you're going to, but I'm going to say Louisville ends conference play with 6 losses.
Okay.
You take care of business against Clemson. You beat Syracuse. You beat Boston College. You beat Notre Dame.
Clemson, who just lost. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I say, you're saying you're handling some good business stuff.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you beat – I think Notre Dame's one that I say Notre Dame on senior night, you should run them. I'm sorry. You should beat them right here. Every other game at Boston College, they got 2 guys that can score that's going to play in the NBA. You never want to do that there. Syracuse is a good team. We know that. I mean, even though they got busted up last
night. But
at Syracuse, that's going to be a tough win. Clemson here Saturday. Clemson has some decent wins on their schedule. So those are games you got to take care of. So we're going to go under the assumption you have 6 losses.
Okay, 6 losses because I lost to Virginia and I beat the Middle Earth teams on your remaining schedule. But North Carolina, the caveat, North Carolina still has to play Duke twice. Okay, let's go.
There's 4 teams that are vying for that last spot.
Right.
There's Louisville, Virginia Tech.
Texas says Enoch's over 40%, by the way.
I'm sure, I know. Come on.
3 points not is a problem. Inside is his problem.
Louisville, Virginia Tech, Syracuse, and Florida State.
Okay.
You know what Louisville has. We just talked about it, and we're going to we're going to go with you lose to Virginia twice, so you have 6 losses.
Okay.
So that means I need my other teams with 4 losses to lose some games. Let's look. Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Pittsburgh. Probably win.
Okay.
Virginia.
Virginia Tech still has to play Virginia. Loss.
Notre Dame.
Win.
Duke.
Loss.
At Florida State.
Loss.
Think so?
Loss.
Okay. That could come into play later, though.
Florida State, if you let Virginia Tech come down there and bust you, I'm going to be mad at y'all.
Miami.
One of the 2 they'll lose.
Okay.
They'll win one.
So you say Virginia Tech loses 2 or 3 games.
Yep.
You hold a tiebreaker over Virginia Tech.
Bam.
So you're good. Okay. Syracuse. 4 losses. They have Louisville.
Got to catch that out.
That's got to be. It's got to be a win. Yeah.
Yep.
Duke.
They're getting busted.
North Carolina.
They're getting busted by Duke for sure. Revenge game.
North Carolina. At Carolina.
Oh, okay. At Carolina, you're done.
Wake Forest.
Win.
Virginia. They still play Louisville, Duke, Virginia, and North Carolina.
You're still in control of your 4th seed life.
Well, not quite. Here's the team I think you have to root against. Florida State.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
At Georgia Tech.
Because they got that win.
I know.
Golly.
At Georgia Tech.
Nope. Loss. Win for them.
At Clemson. That's a 50-50.
Yeah.
That's one you need to be watching. That's one you need to pay attention to. At North Carolina.
I'm scared of Florida State. So, listen, if we get beat out by Florida State, we deserve to be in the 5th spot. If they handle their business.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in just a second because I think that's important too. At North Carolina, Notre Dame. Beat Notre Dame. NC State. That's a 50-50 game. That's a 50-50 game. At Virginia Tech. Or not at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech at home. So that's, remember, I said that one's going to come into play later.
Listen, I'll say this right now. If if Florida State beats us for that 4th spot, I am going to be excited to run in there in that 5th spot.
This is where I wanted to get. I think as long as you handle those 4 games, if you handle those 4 games, I'm just a weird believer in I think it'll work out. You'll get that 4 seed. If Florida State's the team that beats you out because you tie with them, and Florida State beats you out, you take the 5 seed. You're going to play on Wednesday. You're going to play a game against
Pittsburgh or Notre Dame.
Yep. You're going to play a Pittsburgh. You're going to play a Notre Dame. As long as you
if they get the 4th seed, they're going to be top 20, and we're going to go in there guns a-blazing to take them out.
Well, you'll probably be ranked ahead. I know it's a crazy thing. You'll probably still be ranked ahead.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think Louisville's going to fall at all. I think they're going to move up. I think Louisville takes care of business against Clemson. They're going to move up. And we'll look at a couple other things when we do that. But I'm talking as far as ACC right now, that's where you would set. Now, you take a Virginia game along with those, you've locked yourself up for. But you take that. Yeah. That's why I said yesterday.
And, of course, people, we're talking in a terms of we know anything can happen. This is basketball. Hey, listen, if it was played in the computers, we'd simulate the thing and we'd start the tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
So anything can happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So with that being said,
that's the map you're looking at. That's the exact roadmap.
And I want to say that just to remind people how important these games coming up are and why we need to on Saturday say, okay, man, we got to come in. We got to get this game against Clemson. We got to get this game against Syracuse. Then roll it out there and play Virginia next week.
Again, your mapping out of the scenarios leaves me in no way, shape, form, or fashion other than Clemson shaking me up, right? Like Clemson, to me, is the only real landmine that you don't know about. You're venturing through a ACC schedule that you know a lot.
Yeah.
Right? That's why the personality of this team is fun, and you packed people up to those walls because you know this team has fight, and you know they have personality. People like dogs because dogs have personality. And once you get comfortable with their personality, you love them. You literally, not that I'm comparing team to dogs, but your love for pets. You know what I'm saying? You cry for your pet. You know, you waste your monthly budget expenses. You shorten your food budget to allow for your pet and his personality. You're changing your budget for this Louisville situation. I heard Drew talk about this morning about traveling. This is a team with enough personality that you might want to go sit down there in a foreign gym. Anybody and the fans who got in the door, these have been some fun traveling games. So you're locked in. You're invested in this team. Now, I hated to, I didn't mean to get off subject, but what I'm saying, the Florida State thing, don't bat an eyelash about the way Florida State panned out. You earned that. You earned that loss. If they earned their way ahead of you, you earned it, and you're back into Hunter.
Yep.
You know what? Forget everything I just said. That was a load of crap. That was an absolute load of crap. You love this team, personality. I looked up over your shoulder, and I saw North Carolina State at Duke. I'm telling you, every time I see Duke on the television, I'm physically going to puke.
I know. Well, but
everything I said for the last 2 days, it just went out the window.
Yeah, but the scenario I just laid out, the reason why that's important, I said it yesterday, March 15th, Friday night, March 15th. The way it plays out, I think you're going to get your shot again. You want another shot? You're going to get your chance.
You predicted that.
Yeah, I think you're going to get your chance, man. I think March 15th, Friday, March 15th, Louisville and Duke, I think will play in the ACC semifinal.
Who's the better all-time, Dwayne Wade or Scottie Pippen? Quick commercial break, midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. Hey, think about that if you have to. Brian Hall, think about it. Don't answer. Scottie Pippen or Dwayne Wade. 8150 939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's sweeter than ever this year with an unprecedented offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolates, and a romantic dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nan's and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, and a gift card for her dinner at Louisville's exquisite French restaurant, Brasserie Provence on Hurstbourne Parkway. And you're gonna love the collection of affordable Valentine's gifts we put together. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love. Classic, affordable, timeless. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199, and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat, Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
We are right in the heart of winter, which means you're about to find out how many beats your heating system has left in it. Hey, whether it just needs to be serviced or you need a brand new system, DFH Company is the place to call. This month, buy a complete Trane system and get 6-month special financing, plus your choice of a whole house humidifier or air cleaner. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company. So call today, 968-6222, or visit dfhcompany.com for full details.
It's basketball season, and the Troll Pub under the bridge next to the KFC Yum Center has you covered. The Troll Pub is in the heart of Whiskey Row, and with over 25 HD TVs in the house, you won't miss a second of the action for any big game. Great food, great drinks, great atmosphere. The Troll Pub under the bridge, a unique underground dining experience. Oh, don't forget to take a selfie with Louie, too.
What makes Miller Lite such a great beer? That it has more taste, or that it has only 96 calories? Yes. And yes. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true. Great beer, great responsibility. 2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis 12 fluid ounces, less than 1 gram protein and 0 grams fat.
UPS is now hiring for package handlers in Louisville. Package handlers earn competitive wages. Thinking about college, but worried about how you'll pay for your tuition? With UPS's Metropolitan College program, UPSers who meet program guidelines can graduate 100% debt-free, work part-time, go to school, and graduate debt-free. It's that simple. Why pay for school? Let UPS do the heavy lifting. Apply now at upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Hannah Gist with Gist Piano. Playing sports teaches discipline and teamwork. Playing the piano develops a child's cognitive abilities. As a mom of 3, I encourage you to invest in sports and the piano. Try Gist Piano Center, family owned and operated since 1971.
This is U of L Today with Mark Hebert.
Could the bacteria in your belly help you fight off diseases that could kill you? U of L scientists think so. Details after this.
It's time to stop putting off your dreams and make them a reality. With loans from Commonwealth Credit Union, someday is today. To learn more about all our amazing loan programs, visit ccuky.org/loans. Commonwealth Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
There's bacteria in your gut, and some of it is good.
Diets that are high in fiber tend to be very beneficial to a lot of health-promoting bacteria.
That's U of L microbiology professor Nathan Schmidt, who's researching why the gut bacteria in some mice appears to neutralize the parasite that causes malaria from mosquito bites. Malaria kills nearly 500,000 people worldwide each year.
And one of the things that we've seen is those mice that have a distinct bacterial population, they have a better immune response to the parasite than the mice that have a really nasty form of the infection.
Schmidt is part of a team of researchers at U of L who are looking at the impact gut bacteria and microbiomes can have on many diseases and overall health.
And so I think it's been fun and exciting being part of a bigger program and collective interest in what the influences of the gut bacteria have on many aspects of human physiology.
Doing the research to improve human health and save lives. We are U of L.
When you've been in the floral business as long as Nans and Craft has, you know a thing or two about keeping things fresh. This is Luke Hancock, and whether it's for business, special occasions, or just because, I trust Nans and Craft for those special moments. Order online today, nansandcraft.com, Louisville's legacy florist. And remember, guys, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so go see Nans and Craft. There's nobody else I'd trust.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's sweeter than ever this year with an unprecedented offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolates, and a romantic dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nans and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, gift card, gifts women love. Classic, affordable, timeless. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199, and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat, Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, it's 11:38. I know you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. What am I going to have for lunch? That time is eagerly on the way. Steve, you got any answers for that?
I got an idea.
I'm listening.
Because it's Mr. Delivery Thursday. Thanks to Tommy and the Mr. Delivery team for bringing by Macaroni Grill to the ESPN Louisville studios.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Delivery has you covered. Order a romantic Italian dinner from the Macaroni Grill on Valentine's Day. Fast delivery in just 30 to 60 minutes. Use promo code ESPN for a discount on your first order. Download the new app or head to MrDelivery.com. Local restaurants deliver.
They have awesome food. And I'm telling you, people, I've been there and I've ordered a Marcus Maben special. Those of you who know me know what that is.
I want to know.
They're very generous with their cocktails.
Oh, okay.
I will say that. Jeff, thanks for joining us on the X-Scoring Collision to the hotline, my man. What's on your mind?
Hey, Marcus, Steve. Steve, I came up and talked to you right before you all started heading over to the Duke game there tonight. Shook your hand, told you I would want to talk about Petty Ice that day.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So, well, it was nice seeing you all before the
Yeah.
game. That whole night was awesome except for the final score. The crowd and everything was unbelievable. But I was going to say something about the press break, and then I was going to say something about what I thought of the last 6 games. But on the press break, and I just want to hear this from Marcus because I've coached grade school, middle school, high school. I've never coached college. But we always broke the press by committee instead of having one guy try to bring it up. And I've watched Cunningham try to bring him. It seems like he wears them out. We don't even set a pick trying to get him open. He's got to move around and try to get open himself, which is going to wear him out too. And a lot of times you let the guys that pass the ball in be the one that gets the ball back to bring it up. Or, and I'm just going to say some different things, Marcus, and I'd like to hear your response, but I also would like to say something about the remaining schedule. But or have like a 3 or a 4 if Wara or Sutton doesn't have that great of a defender on them. They could bring the ball down because I think they're pretty decent ball handlers. They could bring it down where you wouldn't have your one going against their best defender. And I just wanted your response on that, or even bring a big down to help inbounds the play. I think Mac's going to figure it out, but I just want to know your opinion on that. And then I also would like to say something else.
Here's the thing. On the press break, there's, again, it's which way do you want to attack. When you bring another guy to help bring the ball up, you bring an extra defender. A lot of times you think one-on-one, Christian Cunningham should be able to, make a quick bursting move, to get open. So you don't, like I said, sometimes You bring an extra guy to help. You crowd it up a little bit. And actually, you're wrong. They did have an extra pick being set for Christian Cunningham. When Jordan Wara gets it into him and runs up the middle, he slows down to kind of let Christian Cunningham use Jordan Wara as like a fullback, a running blocker. So that is what they intentionally did that to make him kind of a moving screen or a football route pick. Yeah, just a pick play. Yeah, yep.
Right. Well, and even if when you bring your big down, Marcus, if that brings everybody down, they're denying. We could always try to go over top, which we never do. We always throw it in. We got to go 92 feet, 94 feet, whatever, all the way down the court. So at least try to go over top. But I guess Mike could figure it out. He's probably coached a little more than all of us.
No,
but on the remaining schedule, and I was looking at this before Steve started saying everything, I really think we'll win one of the two Virginia games. And the only other game that scares me, other than the Virginia games, is the game at Syracuse. So I think the worst scenario for us to go would be 4-2, would leave us at 12-6, and the best scenario would be 13-5, and it'd be 5-1 in those last ones.
Yeah,
is unbelievable.
Jeff, both of those situations, I appreciate the call. Jeff, both of those scenarios are very likely. And as far to your point about the throw over, like nobody has pressed us man to man all the way up the court. They've tried to kind of to nibble at the team a bit. You know what I'm saying? See if they can get a rushed pass or kind of a bad quick decision. They've taken a stab at it, but nobody at this level really gets to do it a full all-out press. With new with hand checking rules and veterans, and again, when you have your best players, we're one of the deepest teams in the ACC as far as players. People don't have the manpower to press you like we're kind of playing out these press scenarios as nightmare scenarios, but you're forgetting how much every team gives up when they do that, how much gamble that is. Like I said, the only time we're on the back end or the downside of that is when it's helter-skelter and the referees tuck away the whistles. They don't, those are fouls early in the game.
Yeah, see, I mean, both times we've really saw it happen was, it was just frantic.
Yes.
One of them was at that team's place. And that is look, that's something you should fix.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, but I just don't know how many teams are capable of doing that.
And I say mentality is the problem over like actual structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just these.
I agree.
People are too good at this level to really fall victim to any kind of press. Wayne, thanks for joining us on 939. Fire away, my man.
Good morning, Marcus and Steve. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. And happy Valentine's Day to you, brothers.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm just going to weigh in very briefly. I think I might have called the other day to talk about the loss, and I said that I was glad they lost. And the reason I'll repeat it again, the reason I'm glad they lost, because you will learn. This is 2 times in a row you did the same thing. So you must learn from that. But moving forward, I think the team will be – it's going to take them a minute to get over it, but I'm just hoping they don't let it linger and lose again Saturday. That's the thing. That's the thing they got to guard against. And also, I think the team will make a decision. Either you can win the last 6 games or you go 4-2. They are not going to lose Virginia twice. They are not going to. They're not going to lose to them twice. I just don't see it. And the game, the second loss may be Syracuse, but that depends. Syracuse just got dropped the other night, so they can beat that team.
Right.
So they got to make up their mind. Either they're going to win 6 straight or go 4-2.
Wayne, I appreciate the call. Here's the thing. I said that yesterday. I agreed with everyone who said Clemson is so important, it's a must-win game and all that, but I was thinking more of along the lines of you want to get better because you want to be a championship team. You have a team that can compete with all of the top people. I don't think you should focus on Clemson as much as you should focus on getting better overall, being a better team, being a great team. I think that's where the focus really, really needs to be. And again, Steve gave you the entire formula. I mean, he gave you the point slope formula. He gave you the Y equals MX plus B formula.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that, do you?
Yeah.
Brian.
I do.
What is Y equals MX plus B?
No idea.
Fair enough. Nor should you. Brian had the good calculators. We actually had to write out those formulas.
Yeah, the TI-83 plus, man. It did it all for you.
My dad, there was no way in the world my dad was going to give me a calculator that I could stick a graphing formula in there and get the answer. No way, no how. And they used to split our classroom up into sides of people who had the calculator. How terrible is that? My math class was split up between the side who had the TIs and the sides that didn't. I'm sorry about that.
You could get games on them in the as you got down the road. You know, you could play some Snake or whatever on.
Hey, I had games.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, I'm just doing some work.
Texter corrects me. I said point slope intercept.
Slope intercept.
Good job.
That was
good
good.
call. Seattle Paul, thanks for joining us on Morning with Marcus Maben, my man. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys. I haven't been able to listen to you guys in a couple of days because we had this massive snowstorm in Seattle, shut down the roads, shut down the city. So I've been kind of working from home. But, just fun. I mean, I watched the Duke game and noticed this is more about player personnel. Noticed that VJ didn't play a minute. Is there something that
Paul.
Oh, we got the Justin.
Is just done with him?
Yeah, listen, I appreciate the call. He hasn't been playing good. He just hasn't been playing good.
That's one where I think you have to. I know it's such a cop-out answer, and I mean we could break it down, but I think it's one where we just have to trust Mac. I mean he's not letting him sit there because he wants to, you know, and it's one because I question the same thing. I'm like, man, wow, you know, he's got 1 minute in the last 2 games, and I say there's a reason. I mean Mac's one of the best coaches in America. He's not letting the kids sit there for nothing.
Thank you, Texter. Definition of point slope form the equation. Ooh. Y minus Y1 equals M times M. Ooh, good job. Good job.
Why are you getting so excited about that?
Because, you know, these are things that I take pride in knowing. Point slope versus point intercept. You know, like that's why I make for good conversation. That's why ladies like me, Steve. Like, give me a break.
Okay. I'm married now.
Dwayne Wade, Scottie Pippen, before we get out of here, all-timer. What do we do? I mean, I've seen kind of the buzz going on about it. That's been a real conversation. And ironically, the LeBron haters always elevate Dwayne Wade over Scottie Pippen to try to take away the LeBron James over Jordan. How crappy is that if you're Dwayne? I mean, if you're Dwayne Wade, of course you love it, right? But the fact that he's being manipulated to bolster an argument over LeBron Jordan debates is a shame. It's a shame. Ronnie probably thinks. Did Ronnie say that the Lakers team had more talent than any team Kobe ever played on?
All right, so this to me is fairly easy, and it's hard to say this because I grew up as a big Jordan fan.
Right.
And so.
Sorry, caller.
You're going to have to wait. I grew up as a big Jordan fan, so obviously I followed the Bulls the whole time, so I'm a huge Pippen fan.
Right.
But at the same time, Dwayne Wade has been a MVP of the entire league. He has 3 championships, one of which I think you would say he got basically on his own outside of the LeBron pairing up.
Wait a minute. You mean when he had Shaq?
Well, he had Shaq, but... Yeah, okay. Well, Dwayne Wade won that championship. Okay,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I got you.
I'm listening.
That makes sense. But to me, the defining moment was when Jordan left Pippen. Pippen was left out there and didn't really couldn't lead the team when the team was passed off to him.
What do you think about the stat that says when Jordan left, they only lost 2 more games than when Jordan was there?
But did they win any championships? He got 6 championships with Jordan. Wade has 3. Pippen is a 7-time NBA All-Star. Wade is a 13-time NBA All-Star. I personally put Wade up there as one of the elite players of our era.
I have to argue against you, but you may.
Honestly, one of the reasons I have to go Wade.
The migraine, and people are gonna throw eggs at my car, who suffer from migraines. So know that I am not saying this in a disparaging way towards migraine sufferers, but in sports, just ask my running back, Denver Broncos, Terrell Davis, right? The migraine game, dude. Your legacy is tainted. Scottie Pippen migraines, legacy tainted, and I agree with you. And Kukok's hit that shot too.
I know. Right? Yeah, that was the right call.
If Kukok misses that shot, Scottie Pippen's whole thing is perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go Dwayne Wade for accomplishment, but all time, if I had to choose who I'd rather have on my team if I'm going to make a run for the championship, I'd probably go Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's a tight one, man. I think I go Wade. Yeah, and you know what Wade has, and I know this is going to be unfair.
The anti-LeBroners.
No, Wade has the Final Four moment.
Yep,
and I think that couples
a
little bit with it.
And then in this city, you have I think Reese Gaines is the toughest player I played.
I know. Yeah.
Once you get that, your money's good on these. He could move to Louisville, and his money's good.
Oh, 100%.
Louisville people actually, But yeah, point being, we seen all that. Listen, people.
I'm sorry, I'm feeling regulators right now. I'm feeling it.
Okay.
This is my favorite song, man. Come on. Just trying to regulate Dwayne Wade ahead of Scottie Pippen.
Listen to
Can't do this to me. You can't do this to me, man. Could you imagine waking up and something says, give me a song. If Middays with Marcus Maven came into a different song tomorrow, a song you like, but it's not the opening of the show. That's what I'm talking about.
Feels better.
Tennessee Marcus, 3-6 Bobby. I need that in my life.
Feels
people,
right.
One more day. We're going to say this right now. We're not going to make it a worry. We're not going to make it dramatic. Saturday, noon game. You want to support this team. You want to show your behind them. You want those kids to recover. You recover and make it to that game in the morning.
Yeah.
Big game, Clemson. Tomorrow's going to be a big-time pregame show. We did not get to our Lamar Jackson, Joe Flacco talk. We did not get to our quarterback controversy, developing, exciting stuff for the University of Louisville. This is going to be so much fun.
Bellarmine Nights are in action tonight. If you'd have nothing to do on Valentine's Day, get out there. 8 p.m. at the Knights Hall taking on the University
says
of
you
Illinois.
should have kept playing regulators. Text her. You're not the producer. You're not the host. It does not work. But I love you anyway.
I like regulators.
I do too. I just can't end my day like that. It'll throw my whole day off.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. Absolutely. Bill at Scorns and Sons Collision Center. Awesome group. Jill Blessinger, Becky Bleemel. Awesome. We love you on this Valentine's Day. Windows Plus. You feel the love. As always, 8150-939. 3831-939 is always the text line. We are made for the Ville. Replay shows anytime. Okay, no more Duke talk.